Don't worry, that's gonna be the highlight of the interview. This is Sade, and we're here with Dylan Sinclair for MuchMusic. How was your show today?
It went well. It was exciting to perform in front of people and not just like a live stream, even though there was the live stream portion, to be able to have people like in the crowd and respond to the music. That's like the best part of making music.
And I heard that when you were asked what venue you want to play at, you said this venue,
I did.
Formerly the Mod Club. What significance does this venue have for you?
Man, I mean, I don't even think I need to like say it. Like all the Canadian legends have passed through Mod Club, The Weeknd. Daniel Caesar is a big influence for me as well. Like those guys have all like passed through here, and for me to following their footsteps, it's like exciting to see what other venues I can perform at.
What's next here in like Toronto? Would you love to perform at?
Next would be I want to sell out the Danforth.
Yeah, that's a sick venue
for sure. I think that would be. Hopefully I can do that next. It's a bigger venue than this, but I would love to.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, this is your second live performance.
Well, it's like my third actually,
okay.
But yeah, it's fresh to me. It's new to me. So like, and especially coming off of the pandemic,
right?
It's crazy to just be in front of like over 100 people.
Were you nervous?
I try not to let my nerves get to me, but like inevitably, the nerves kind of creep in. But I just drank wine, a little prayer before it just like calmed me down, and it was good. Yeah.
So we're used to seeing you with the braids. I saw that you tweeted. You feel like a whole new man with your hair out. Why the change for today?
It gives me like another level of confidence. I feel like I relied on the braids like throughout high school to feel like good about myself, and now to have a fro. You don't see too many people with fros nowadays. Everyone's doing the twists and the braids,
right.
But I just wanted to like try it out. I'm still gonna do the braids, but I'm surprised with how comfortable I feel with the fro, to be honest.
So it's just like your next form, like
yeah, I would say
you've reached
so.
the next level.
I would say so, yeah.
What would be like your final form, you think?
I have no idea. I'm 20.
We'll see in the
I have
future.
no idea, yeah.
I know you worked really closely with Jordan Manswell, producer here in Toronto. How has he helped with the curation of your sound?
Can't put that into words, unfortunately, but he's helped me in every possible way. Production down to writing. He's just helped me understand a different perspective and a different side of music that I didn't really understand, growing up. I just like to sing, so he kind of helped me like make music that people kind of like. We have similar influences as well. We grew up in the church, both of us, so it was very easy for us from the start to mesh our influences and create what we've created so far and what we plan to create moving forward.
How did you guys originally meet?
His brother actually is a music teacher at this school called Crawford. I would go there after school all the time with my keyboardist who actually played with me today, Jonathan. I would sing and he would play, and there were a couple other people that were there that I still make music with to this day. But Jordan's brother was just like, yo, there's this kid who keeps coming into my class and like sings his ass off. Like,
right.
You should definitely tap in and check him out. And like for a while, Jordan ignored it. Then I think it was like I did my first show when I was like 16, I want to say, and a bunch of people went to that, people that he knew and whatever, and then from there he was just like, you know what, let me see what like this kid's about. Went on my Instagram, we connected, and from there like the rest is history, I guess.
Where was the show?
A gallery on Dundas, just west of Bathurst. It was like a loft section, but it was full. Like I went right before my show, everyone was like coming in, lining up, whatever. I go to the A&W, I come back, and there's like windows on the loft so I could see, and I'm like, yo, there's no way that's like the room that we were just in, like packed. Like 200 people in like 800 square feet.
Damn.
So it was just like full, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. And
these are all like people from your school, or
honestly it was like some people from school, some people that I had never met before, and that was just crazy. I was like 16-year-old independent artist just to like post on Instagram like, yo, I'm gonna be here like in a couple weeks, come like check it out, and like it was full. People that I knew from school, people from church, some music people, some people I never met before, and that was like the first like surreal moment that I had with music.
So on your project from last year, Proverb, the first track on there is Dropout, and you kind of speak about how you went to pursue music instead of going to school.
Right.
What was that conversation like with your family?
Emotional, very emotional, because my family's very passionate and they really value education in a conventional setting. For me, it was just like a higher calling. It was like my relationship with God and my friends, and it was just like I wanted to step out and do something bigger than that. And with the timing of everything, things were moving so much quicker outside of school than in school. So I was just like, you know what, not even like that I'm never gonna go back, but it's just like it's not for me right now, because I was just getting in with Jordan more, and like we were making some crazy songs, and I wasn't gonna miss a session to like be in a class that I didn't want to be at. You know, it was an emotional conversation for sure. I pulled my parents aside like one night, and there were a lot of tears shed. But yeah, it was just like, it was very necessary for me to be where I am now. That conversation was very necessary, and I'm very grateful for how they took it in the long run. They were very accepting, and they are very supportive, like, to this day. It didn't even take them that long, to be honest, but my parents are like amazing. You're gonna react emotionally to your kids saying that, you know, I'm gonna not continue on with school, because it's like they just want what's best for you. And it's like, exactly. For me, I just have to prove to them, like, I promise you, like, I will make you guys proud at the end of the day. And that's what Dropout is, right? Yeah, just trying to make them proud.
Yeah, because I think your parents always have this idea of like where you're gonna go, and like obviously they raise you in a way
exactly,
that
and it makes
that direction.
Yeah, and it makes total sense. Like, I get it, but yeah, just the fact that they kind of had that mindset, and then through conversation they were able to accept and support what I do now. It's a blessing.
On your project that you dropped recently, 3511, you have 2 tracks on there. You have Black Creek Drive and you have Pleasure. On your Instagram post, you kind of said that you're a little critical of your work. This work feels kind of like more solidified. What's different about this project than the projects you've worked on in the past?
I want to say, because Proverb was a project that was pretty much narrating the first like 18 years of my life, it came very easily, whereas 3511 was me growing up after that. And I feel like it's normal for artists after their first project to kind of, you know, overthink things and get nervous about, you know, doing better than their first project and whatever. But for me, it was like, I was just happy that I was able to gain the confidence to put it out in the first place. I don't know, I'm just very hard on myself. Even with the performance, I'm so happy with how it went, but, you know, I get off stage and I could be like, oh, I wish I did this better, I wish I did this better. Yeah, Black Creek and Pleasure, could probably say like 1 or 2 things, but it's one of those ones, and maybe if you give it time, I might have like way more like negative things to say about it. But
the more you hear it and perform it.
Exactly, but a month off, I'm very happy with those songs. I never thought I could have made like a song like that, to be honest.
But even the parts that are kind of like imperfect about it, that makes the song, right?
Exactly.
Think about it that way.
And honestly, that post was also just to let people know, like, I do like overthink a lot of these things, and it's kind of normal to do that, but you gotta just, you know, accept what it is that you make and be comfortable with your process.
You just gotta trust the process, right?
Exactly.
Now I'm so happy.
And what does 3511 stand for?
So that was the apartment number that I actually like wrote those songs at, that I was living at with my girl who I wrote those songs about. Yeah, 3511. That was on the Ness and Jarvis, my first Toronto condo.
Crazy.
Yeah. So it's just very symbolic, you know, just to like timestamp, like, okay, this is where I'm at, and these are the songs that represent it.
And then Black Creek Drive. I mean, that's pretty far from.
Yeah, it was west. But that was like before we had moved into there, which was honest. Like, our relationship moved rather quickly, I would say. But she lives up like off of Black Creek Drive, and I was just making that drive out all the time. But yeah, that's how that song made itself. Yeah.
So there's a lot of vulnerability in a lot of your lyrics, and even in the way that you sing. Like, I can really see the passion in your voice. What did it take for you to get to that point of vulnerability where you could share that with others?
I just know how much it's needed, because I resonate with the vulnerable artists the most, and because I feel that passion from other artists, I want to give that to my listeners as well, so that they can really confide in what I'm saying, and like not just hear it and read the lyrics, but like feel them.
Was it hard for you to kind of express that, or did it just come naturally?
I want to say it came naturally, to be honest. It was just, my favorite artists are like the most vulnerable artists you can think of, and then you always want to follow in like your favorite artist's footsteps, but still be like your own, of course. But yeah, I just knew like being vulnerable is what's going to connect with the people that listen to my music. So.
And then you mentioned kind of some of your favorite artists like Daniel Caesar.
Yeah.
And I know you've worked with Savannah Ray, who's performing right now.
Yeah.
You can hear the crowd, she's killing it already.
Crazy.
And also Emmanuel, you're on his project recently. So how would you describe the music community that you're surrounded by right now?
Man, everyone's killing it. It's like a friendly competition too, because we're all just trying to like put in our best work. Emmanuel's amazing. Danny's obviously like amazing. Savannah is amazing. She's amazing. So first of all, to like even be names next to like artists like that in itself is surreal to me, because as I said, like 2 years ago I was like a student in my first year of university. So to be like, you know, named next to artists that are like killing it, Juno, awards.
The Juno Award, also amazing.
All
Congratulations on that,
thank
by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But all that stuff is just like, it's still surreal to me, but I'm just, just looking forward and trying to like accomplish a lot more.
So as I did a deep dive through all of your social media, I can tell you're a pretty private person.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what you do in your spare time, like for fun with your friends.
It's not even that I'm private, but I'm just present. I can't get around to like posting everything I do.
Yeah.
Like I wish I could, but I really like can't find the time for it. But what do I do on a regular basis? I hang out with my friends, I hang out with my family. I like feeling different parts of the city. I listen to a lot of music, watch a lot of Netflix. My favorite show is Entourage. Actually, I watch a lot of Love Island.
Everyone's watching Love Island right now.
Yeah, I'm watching Love Island US. I don't know if everyone, I'm not sure if everyone's watching that one.
What is it about the show that like reels people in?
You have to watch it and you'll get it. Like,
yeah,
and just honestly a lot of conversations, because my music is inspired by conversations that I have with other people, to know what like they're going through and just to understand what it is that, just understanding different perspectives, whether it's, someone my age, a friend of mine, or like my mother, or someone who's a bit older than me. It's just like understanding perspective is a big thing for me that I've been like just taking in over the past year.
Because even if you speak to someone who doesn't necessarily come from the same place you're from or have the same views as you do, you're still learning from those people, right?
Exactly. And I'm all about learning, especially since I'm not in the school environment. My education comes from conversation.
So I wanted to do a little bit of like a word association game, kind of throw some words at you, and if you could name maybe an artist, first word will be peace.
Solid by Savannah Ray.
Ray.
I sing this song back all the time.
How about family?
Mama, mama, you know I love you. You know I love you, mama. Yeah.
The next word will be heartbreak.
Heartbreak anniversary. Anniversary. Do you ever think of me? Give me one.
Actually, now you have to sing all the songs.
Oh, shit.
that we associate.
I don't know.
I like where this is going.
If you haven't caught it already, I'm so bad with like words.
I'm also bad with words,
really
so I
words.
totally get where you're coming from.
I'll sing every part of the song with no words though.
Next word would be hype.
I'm gonna go with Free Smoke by Drake. That's like it's my go-to when I'm just trying to like turn up.
Get amped in the whip kind of song.
Shout out boy one, the nastiest producer in the world.
How about Mosh?
Ooh, I just think of Travis.
Sorry.
You can't say I'm mad and that. Oh man.
Gonna get up, you perform it too.
So I moved out of my parents' house last year, and I was with my roommate, and we ran that like every night, turned off the lights, and just jumped around the kitchen and just turned up to that. Yeah, that's the track for sure.
I always think about like moving out, that meme of Little Uzi where he's like, now I do what I want. Now I do what I want.
Now I do what I want. We said, now I do what I want.
Yo, that guy's a character.
Last two words, we're gonna do Toronto.
I'm gonna go with the House of Balloons record, Between the Morning and Coming Down. That whole project just feels like Toronto. I was like 9 when that came out, I think, but I rediscovered that like just this year, to be honest, or maybe last year, and I've had like so many experiences with it.
The last word will be love.
I know we'll live this through. Beat us black and blue. I'll stay only if you do. That was my first like love song that I really was able to appreciate. Yeah, long distance relationship, Home by Dylan Sinclair.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate the serenade that we all got here too.
Don't even ask, my bad.
Don't worry, that's gonna be the highlight of the interview. We're just gonna have you singing and be like, this was the interview, that was it.
Hi, this is Dylan Sinclair, and you're with MuchMusic Canada. Hit the like and subscribe button and comment down below if you are liking this content.